What's up, Horde? We're back. Another curse discussion where we just interview interesting fucking people. And I have my fucking co-host for the Curse Countdown, Lunatic Fringe. How you doing, buddy?
Good, good, good. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a fun show fucking on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That we got off the rails on that show.
You're
But
breaking up again.
I'm breaking up. Shit. How about fucking hold on. Hold on. Try this. Take out the AirPods.
You froze again.
How about now?
I can hear you, but you're frozen.
Oh my lord. That might be on your end because I can still see me moving.
Okay.
Okay. Like, yeah, I think it might be your connection. It might be your end because you're on your phone. So we'll try that.
Yeah,
We'll see.
probably.
I'll review the huh? Think that might be it?
Yeah, very possible.
Okay. We'll go with that. Like, if the video looks like shit, we'll just redo this. We can talk again. It's fine. So,
That's fine.
all right, man. So, I guess just everybody kind of knows you, but like, they know you like as just the guy that's like on the Curse Countdown and fucking, and you know, we're all in the chat and Ohio State football. Like, give me a little background. Like, tell me who you are. Like, if somebody said, "Who are you?" You tell me who you are.
Well, I was born in a small town in West Virginia called Bluefield, and I moved to Columbus when I was 7 years old. And that's
Okay.
basically when we became Buckeye fans. My mom and dad both started being Buckeye fans. So I was
It's hard
7 years
not to in
old.
Columbus.
Yeah, you're right.
So okay,
But
so you moved here from West Virginia. Um, what was your childhood like? What'd you do? I mean, like, what part of Columbus did you live in? Like,
I lived in Forest Park, the north end of Columbus.
oh, by
And I went
Worthington.
to Northland High School,
Okay,
just south of Worthington.
right.
Yep.
That
You go into
the
the
no
middle
man's
house.
land between Clintonville and fucking Worthington, right?
Right. It's in
Okay.
between there. But it used to have a mall named Northland Mall that was right near me.
Been to Northland Mall. Shout out, rest
Um,
in peace, Northland Mall.
right. But no, I'm a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. It's hard to get me upset. When I get upset, I'm pretty dang on upset.
Well, yeah.
um, uh, been married twice, 3 times actually. Had
Same,
a son by
same.
my first marriage, and I had a adopted son from my second marriage. We
Which
uh,
we're
we
gonna
went to
cover.
Ukraine and adopted a little bit.
That's a story I got to hear. We're gonna fucking circle back to the adopted son from Ukraine. That's fucking dope. Like I
Okay.
I just learned off the I just learned that on the show the other day or off after the show, and was like, oh shit, listen, you got a million awesome stories about fucking really cool times, and so like I was like, oh, and you adopted a son from Ukraine? Yeah, we definitely got to talk, like for sure. So I mean, you grew up. You're what in your 50s?
I'm 59.
Okay, so just skirting by in the 50s.
Just
So
yeah, I'm hanging on to him.
So you grew up kind of like you were a child in the 60s and you were like you hit your formative years in the 70s, right? And then
Yeah,
hit the fun times in the
correct.
80s and then you kind of
I
grew up
went
in the
to
90s.
second grade.
What's that?
When I was in the second grade, I went to school, St. Matthias. It was a Catholic school, and it turns out that my second grade teacher was my oldest sister's college roommate.
Nice. Dude, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty
It
crazy.
was because she said my last name, and I couldn't understand how she knew how to say my last name. She goes, "Are you related to Susan?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my sister."
Right,
So
like
we
how the fuck
talked
did
after
you know that?
class, and I found out. Say again.
I said, yeah, I'm sure you were like, how the fuck do you know that?
I did. I was kind of freaked out because I've got a strange last name. So,
This is true.
but yeah, she became. I know, but she was my second grade teacher. My first Ohio State football game, my sister Susan took me to.
What game was it?
That was in Purdue, 1978.
Damn, bro. Back in the 78, that was right after Woody left, right?
Woody was still there.
Oh, that was the Clemson year when he hit the kid then, right? 78? When he hit
Say
the
that
kid,
again.
Woody smacked the kid from Clemson?
Yeah.
That was that year, right?
Yeah, punched. Yeah. But
Fuck Woody Hayes.
that game I went to, and in my later years, I went to work for a company that the tight end from Purdue was my boss. I went to see him in that game.
You've had some crazy
Yeah,
crossover moments
crazy
in
how
your life.
things.
That's crazy.
Well,
man.
here I'm going to hit you with the hardest one. I'll hit you with the craziest one.
All right.
My dad was 60. My dad was 67 when I was born. My mom was 36.
Whoa. Okay.
I always questioned it.
How about your dad?
You know, well, I found out that he wasn't my dad. I did a DNA test through ancestry.com and found out that my father wasn't my father.
Holy shit. Okay. We're going to pause the story right there. I got somebody at my door. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Like, pause, everybody. Everybody just think about that. Like, for 2 seconds. Holy hell. That's some shocking news.
The man I knew as my father for my whole life, and he was my dad, but he's not biologically my father. I still got his name tattooed on my arm, though.
Crazy. All right, that's some wild information that he just dropped on us. So you still have his name tattooed on his arm. So like he was raised as your dad. When did you find out?
6 years ago.
Oh, so just fucking this was like just some recent shit. So you grew up as that was your dad for all intents and purposes, like all intents and purposes.
Absolutely.
That's your father for sure. Okay. Have you found your
75-year-old man out there playing baseball with me?
Right. Well, shit. So did you look into who your real dad is? Do you know? Do you talk to your mom?
My mom passed in 2006.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's crazy. I'm so sorry.
And my father, biological father, passed in 2011.
Oh shit! So you didn't even have a chance. You did find out who it was, though.
I did. I've got DNA connections to people on Ancestry.com, and I've got one aunt that's reached out to me. She wants me to meet me, and I'm going to Bluefield the 30th of July, and I'm going to meet her for the first time. Somebody from that side of the family.
Oh,
I've got a brother that's 30 years older than me. I've got a brother that's 30 days. I've got a brother that's 30 days older than me.
That's crazy. So have you talked to him?
Not yet. I talked to the aunt, and then my sister talked to another aunt, and she didn't believe it. So she went on Ancestry.com, and I got a notification that she's blood related to me. She's my aunt.
Dude, that's fucking bananas. And all these people were from Bluefield?
Yeah. All of them from Bluefield.
So, like, did you know, like, have you talked to Sam enough to know, like, does she know how it came about? Like, was it like, I mean, not to be mean, like, was it like a one night stand, or like, did your mom have a relationship on the side, or like how did it work?
She had a side relationship. She had her side relationship with him.
Okay.
But then, I mean, think about it. I had to have been conceived within 30 days of this other guy.
So the guy was sleeping with somebody else too.
Yes.
Holy shit. Bluefield sounds like a fucking wild place, brother. What the hell? There's Maury Povich down there for sure. Holy shit. And this was like the 60s. This wasn't like most people weren't out slutting it out.
Right.
That's pretty crazy for the 60s, man. I mean, I guess it was early 60s though. So like it wasn't even drug culture at that point. Like it's still 50s housewife shit going on. That's crazy.
Right.
Wow, man.
But so yeah, I found that out and found some relatives there. But my sisters, I got three sisters still alive. One is
Right.
75, one is 73, and the other one is 58.
So you're the young buck of the group, huh?
I got one younger than me, one sister younger. There was a sister that's 7 years older than me who passed on my birthday in 2012.
And were these all from your dad?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Were these all from your dad? Like all
Found
these
out
siblings
that
from your
no, there
father?
was
Some from your mother too?
all of my siblings, all of my siblings. I had 5 siblings, and
Okay.
each one of us had a separate father.
What the fuck? So you're
My mom got around.
this is mind blowing, dude. Like this is like fucking Maury Povich, like 6 degrees of separation. This is insane. So like, wow, and it's like spans 30 years with you guys.
Yes.
Holy
Yep.
hell, man! Like, shout out your mom and dad. They were doing work. Holy hell, man! Like, did your dad have any other kids, or you just had the other kid?
He had one son from a previous marriage who fought in World War II. He was a big IndyCar fan. Every May, he took off 2 weeks and went to Indy. And he passed in 70 for the 500. He passed in 1972 of a heart attack.
Yeah.
But he was like Santa Claus to us.
Right. Like he just show up and fucking shower you guys with gifts and shit.
He would. Yep. He was a great, great, great man. He graduated summa cum laude from Notre Dame.
Really? That dude,
Yeah.
wow, that's pretty fucking impressive. Notre Dame's a hard academic school. Like that's crazy.
Yes. Yes. He was the smartest of all of us, that's for sure.
So have you only talked to one of your other brothers, or you've talked to all your siblings, or what? Like,
I haven't talked to any of my siblings yet. From what I understand, I have 4 siblings, one brother and 3 sisters from Ronnie. His name was Ronnie.
mm-hmm.
He married, divorced, married, had 2 kids, divorced, remarried her, same woman, and had 2 more kids.
Wow, dude. He was getting it in, son. Holy hell, man.
He was.
Dude, that's wild. So like you grew up as an only child, and then all of a sudden you woke up one day and you're like, I have a whole ass family.
No. I still had 4 sisters from my mom.
Okay. Holy so you were like, I have a family. Now you're like, I have a whole ass family. Like,
right now, I have a whole family that are closer to my age and whatnot that I get to meet. I think it's going to be fun.
You guys should do like a big family fucking reunion, dude. Like I want to do a podcast from the family reunion, just and watch, just like bring people up. Like, what do you think? You guys get along? It's cool. Like that would be just fucking bananas, dude.
Well, they all know and they all accept it. You know, there's no way around it.
Right. I guess you're only getting answers from each other now. You know what I'm saying? Because both parents are dead. So it's like, well, this is where I'm gonna go. I mean, if you accept it as family, fuck yeah, dude. Like, go for it. That's awesome, man.
I'm going to.
Wild though.
Wild to realize you got 57 years old. Yeah, it was
that late in your life.
It was wild.
Like, hey, I thought I only had 4 siblings. I have like 10. That's crazy, man. So okay, shit, that's mind blowing. That's a good crazy connection. So you said you went to high school at Northland High School, right?
Right.
Did you go to college?
I took some classes at Columbus State, but it was not Columbus State. It was Columbus Technical Institute when I started there.
Yeah. Right.
And then it was Columbus State. I got through all of the prelims, and my GPA was 3.5, and the class that I wanted to get into only took 25 people, and there were 400 people showed up in the
Jesus.
Opening. So there was 375 of us that didn't get qualified to get in. So I just gave up on it.
to fuck it. So you just like went into the workforce then, right?
I did. I've been in customer service my whole life. Started in a customer service job with RV paper and office products. And then I went in from the customer service part, I went to the shipping and receiving department.
Okay.
2 years later, they transferred me to Cincinnati, and I was assistant manager of the RV paper down there in Cincinnati for 2 years.
Oh, fucking shout
My
out.
wife at
That's
the
crazy.
time, my wife at the time graduated from Miami University, and then we moved back to Columbus.
Miami of Ohio,
And then I
right?
went
Or
back
Miami,
to
or like
right,
Miami the
right,
U.
Miami,
Miami of
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. So
Yeah,
okay, so this is the first wife, right? This is wife number one.
still wife number one, right?
Okay.
So
Um,
we get back to Columbus, and I went into another customer service position, and I was working a lot of hours, and that's when that marriage broke up
okay.
after we had a son, and he's 32 now.
Right. Is this the one that was in music, right?
Yes, he's played in a lot of different a lot of different genres, a lot of different music that he's done. He's gone from, like I said, screamo in high school. He played
Right.
at the Newport when he was in high school. They
We were
opened up
talking about
for.
that the other day.
We were talking about another band that you knew from Columbus. As I Lay Dying.
No, As I Lay Dying is not from Columbus. Like Moss to Flames.
Attack.
Attack. Yeah. They're definitely from
He went
Columbus.
to high school. He went to high school with one of them, but he was in a different band. They had two different bands. He was Constellations in high school.
Oh, okay. That's fucking cool. Yeah, I've heard of Constellations. Like you said that name, and I was like, oh shit, I've heard of that because I know where that name comes from. It comes from an August Burns Red record.
Yep, that's exactly where it came from.
I know August Burns Red, so like you said that, and I was like, I fucking know those dudes because I know that came from an August Burns Red record. So that's cool, man.
Before he started playing, though, I took him to Warped Tour down in Miami.
Oh, nice! I bet you, dude. Warped Tour is so much fun. I got to be on Warped Tour a couple years. Fucking great time. But I got to go 1 year. I went 1 year as like I had a friend that needed like her little brother was like 17, and she's like, "Fucking, can you just like get me a parents pass?" Because I couldn't get him guest list pass because like guest list for Warped Tour is fucking a billion pages long, and so like literally I was like, yeah. So she bought a parents ticket, so I had the parents like I had a laminate, but like I had a fucking parents wristband around. I was like walking around hanging out with all the dads in the monster tent. It was so fun as a parent on Warped Tour. You guys, it's fucking dude. You get like access to like fan areas and all kinds of shit. I was like, oh, this is the life out here. Shit.
Well, I stood in line for him to get Paramore's autograph for 2 hours while he was out looking at bands. The reason why we went to Miami though is because Norma Jean. He wanted to see Norma Jean, and they only
shout
played
out Norma fucking Jean, bro. Norma Jean is so good live. Love those dudes, man. That's awesome that you saw Norma Jean. I
agree. I enjoyed that too.
Super nice dudes, super Christian band. They're still killing it today. They're still making music today that I still like the last Norma Jean record a lot. It's like probably my favorite one other than like the first three. So that's great. What year was that?
15. Let's see. He was 15. He was 18. So that was 2007.
Oh shit. That was like old Norma Jean. That was like fucking what was that?
Yeah.
Oh God, the Redeemer
yes.
Oh God, the Redeemer. Yeah. Yes. So they fucking. I bet you they played fucking Lay Memphis to Waste and all. Oh my God, those like bless the Child, Kiss the Martyr, and fucking Oh God, the Redeemer, and not Maradona. Oh, what was the third one? Fucking Sons and Robots or something. Something like that. Like something in Robots. Like those three albums are fucking Norma Jean's masterpieces, bro. Like Oh God, the Redeemer. I don't know, might be the best one just because of the production on it, but like, yeah, dude, that's awesome. You got to see Norma Jean in 2007, like, fucking, that was peak Norma Jean, bro. That was when Norma Jean was Kings of the World.
Took him out after we were done with that. We stayed 2 days. Took him out on Miami Beach.
Oh, I bet he had a fucking blast at 15. He was living his best life.
Yeah, since that's a top optional beach there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, everybody's just coked up, tops off, laying in the sun.
I became the best dad in the world that day.
Dude, listen, those 2 days, that kid still talks about those 2 days to this day. I guarantee it.
I guarantee it.
For
I guarantee
sure.
it.
Did you see any other fucking bands like that? I mean, obviously you got Paramore's Autograph, which shout out, that's fucking some real ass dad shit to do. Like, you go check out all the bands. I'm gonna stand in line so you get Haley Williams autograph. Like, fuck yes,
Yep.
dude.
The first band, the first morning, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
Dude, Red Drops Apparatus fucks hard too, dude. That's awesome. You get that was back when they were top of the world too. That was when they came out with Guardian Angel and all that other shit. Yeah, dude.
And they had a guy that stage dove and everybody moved and he fell on a guy and broke a guy's leg.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
Later in the day, that guy comes back with a cast on his leg to see the rest of the show.
Listen, that's fucking, you tough it out. It's something like Warped Tour, like, bro, I paid enough money for these tickets. I'm seeing the bands I came to fucking see today, broken leg or not.
Right. They took him away and he came back. It was like 2 hours. He was gone 2 hours, come back with a full cast on his leg.
Oh yeah, dude, like they'll fucking patch you up. The Warped Tour medical tent's fucking top tier, bro. Like, I'm saying, he took him back there. He was like, listen, give me some Percocet and a cast. Let's go. I'm missing bands. Let's go.
Like, I went and sat in the water tent for a while.
That place is awesome. The place is awesome. Like,
I was out of gas after about 6 hours. This guy comes over. He's like, you just sit here as long as you want. You're fine.
They're super cool. That's what I'm saying. Like, having a parents thing on them, like, everybody was seeing me like, what are you doing? Like, why are you in the parents tent? I'm like, dude, I got a fucking parents wristband today. They were like, oh, that's crazy. So like, they just let me hang out. And dude, there was just parents just kicked back on couches, fans with water blowing on them. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm trying to scurry into a bus for fucking air conditioning. These motherfuckers out here living the life.
I just sat down and chilled. I did.
That's awesome.
But so he graduated from the sales.
Shout out to sales.
And that's where Ryan Day's son's playing football right now.
That's what you were telling me. That's fucking cool. The sales has got some all right football, man.
And then he went to Kent State and he had a scholarship for the first year, completely paid. And I paid child support for 4 years that he was in college. So he graduated college with no debt.
Dude, you might be dad of the fucking century, bro. Holy shit. That's serious business. Like, what do you get a degree in?
Public health.
Fucking hey, dude. He doesn't work in that sector now?
I'm really not sure what he's doing right now, work-wise.
Listen, that's all of us. All of us are like that these days, dude. Like, I fucking can't even work a regular job myself. I just work for myself now. So I get it, man. That's cool. I mean, that's good though, man. He sounds like you set him up really well, and like, fucking sounds like you had an awesome relationship, and like, I'm sure you still do. You talk about him all the time. So like, you know what I'm saying? So, well, now that we got one son out of the way, let's talk. Like,
so I'm married. They both do live in Ohio. Tyler lives in Columbus. Ian lives in Dayton.
Okay.
So I got remarried, and since I already had a son, my wife went through terrible time at pregnancy and almost passed away. So after that, I had a vasectomy. There's no reason for her to go through that again. Right, I never saw us breaking up.
The second wife is the one you had the child with.
The second wife is the one I adopted from Ukraine.
Okay, so the first wife is you had the kid with.
Correct.
Okay, so first wife, you had the kid, had a vasectomy because she had terrible birth. So you got the second wife, you already have a vasectomy. Like, fucking, what are we gonna do?
So we were to adopt, but to adopt in the United States, I already had a strike against me. I was 35. That's strike 2. And I had a divorce, and that was strike 3. So they're not really wanting to
let
us adopt in the United States. So we went to Ukraine.
Listen, I always tell people
17 days in Ukraine.
That's crazy. You know what I tell people all the time, though? Like, I make an adoption joke all the time, but like, people talk about adopting American babies, and I'm like, you know what the difference between an American baby and a Ukraine baby is? They're like, what? I'm like, about $2,000. That's a fine. Like,
more than that.
Oh, I'm sure, but
you want to how about 25?
Jesus Christ, dude! American babies are so expensive. Inflation.
Yeah, we took a second mortgage out. Went to Ukraine, spent 17 days in Ukraine, and 3
How much
days
was
in
that?
Warsaw. It
What
was
year was that?
wild. That
Yeah, no,
was
I can only.
2000.
Oh god, so this
That
is
was
pre
2000.
9/11 and shit, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
this is pre 9/11.
you were in the pre 9/11 Ukraine, like which is like weren't they? They were still part of like they were still working with Russia at that point. No, or they
They
were they at war?
were they were still breaking away from Russia. They broke away in 92, but Russia
Right.
still had all of their power grid. So they
Oh,
were
oh,
a
they were
slave
kind
to
of at the
Russia.
mercy of that. Didn't Ukraine have a
Yep.
civil war at some point in time? Am I thinking?
Not a
Am I
civil
thinking?
war.
No.
No.
Okay. Maybe I'm thinking some
Yeah.
other Eastern Bloc country there.
Well, Georgia
Maybe
and
that's it.
well, the Crimean Peninsula. Russia took back the Crimean Peninsula before the war.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
that's where that came from. Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
But
Oh, okay. So I mean, like
it was
Ukraine's still
wild.
like a Ukraine's like a third world country, kind of. I mean, not kind of, but
It
like
was then.
outside of
Well,
like Kiev and shit. Like now they are. Well, they're doing better
now
now,
they're
I guess.
back in the Stone Age days. But you want to go somewhere, you go out to the road and you raise your hand. 5 people will stop to give you a ride
Jesus
because
Christ,
it's an extra money.
No, listen, I get it. I've been to the Philippines and shit or whatever. And it's like that, and like I'm sure the driving there was insane. Like the driving in Asia was just like chaos. Dude, it was just everywhere. People just no lanes. People swerving in and out of traffic. Like people just honking at each other. I'm like, dude, what the fuck
Can
is
you
going
pause?
on?
Can you pause 1 second? My phone's down to 5%. I got to run and get my charger.
Yeah, I'll pause it for us.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Recording resumed. Let's go.
So Ukraine was wild. It was absolutely wild. It blew my mind. At night, you'd walk between the 2 apartment buildings and you just see these orange glows. Everybody sitting out underneath the smoking.
Yeah, like I got to when I was in the Philippines, man. Like the first day I was in Manila, or no, not Manila. Yeah, maybe it was Manila or Cebu. One of the top 2 islands. And like I'm standing out, like I came, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like 17 or 18 at the time. And like literally, like I came out on a balcony and I was like watching people put their fucking house together with sheet metal, kids using like the one faucet on the street running around. And I was just like, holy shit, where the fuck am I at, dude? Like culture shock was like super real. I'm sure it was like that over there, even like in your whatever age you were then, like to be in a country like that where like things are so vastly different. You're like, dude, what the fuck am I doing here? And like we took like one of those like motorcycles with the side carts at like 3 a.m. and I was just like watching shit. I'm just like, we're gonna get fucking murdered by the Yakuza, dude. This is wild. What are we doing? Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild over there. Like we did some fun shit, but like I can only imagine Kiev like is even worse. Like the Philippines is not a war torn country. Like Kiev has had some fucking shit going on forever.
Yeah, we were in Kiev for 2 days, and then we were in Odessa for the rest of the time. Well, that's where they sent us.
You're in the 2 major cities, so
yeah, that was a wild time. It was hot. It was hot. July.
Really? Oh yeah, so they had like real ass summers.
They have warps in the sidewalk because the sidewalks were asphalt.
Oh, dude! Oh, Jesus! That's horrible. That's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
Were the roads just horrible? Like,
oh yeah, the lights would change red, yellow, green.
Right.
And while the other one was changing green, yellow, red. So when it was both yellow, people started going, people still going, people stopping. Yeah.
Just as the same way in Asia, dude. Like there was just like no system to crazy. It was insane, dude. Like I can only imagine there too. It was the same way. There people on bikes and shit going in and out. Like, dude, what are you doing?
When we went to the adoption agency, there was no line. There were people just standing outside the door.
Or just milling around. Like, yeah, we're here to get babies too. What's up?
When the door opens, somebody squeezes through.
Holy shit!
Door opens, somebody squeezes through.
Was there anybody? Was there any other Americans there? Or was it just all like other Ukrainians?
No, not Ukrainians, but no Americans.
Just
nobody spoke English. Other countries.
Okay, crazy.
But after the 4th time, I realized that I was going to be next.
Right, like I'm getting through the fucking door.
Next time I got in, and then they
Hell
sent
yeah.
us down to Odessa, and we spent 14 days down there, and then 1 day back in Kiev. Then we had to get his exit visa from Europe. They gave us
Well,
an opportunity. You can go to St. Petersburg or you can go to Warsaw. I said, well, let's go to Warsaw.
yeah, well, let's not go fucking to the home of Mother Russia. We're gonna go to Warsaw. Either way,
Right.
still a shitty choice. Like it's the lesser of two evils, but still not a great choice.
I was literally 2 blocks from the ghetto, and my wife didn't want to go. She didn't want to go see it.
Oh yeah, I would have. I mean, definitely. Like, fuck it. Yeah, dude, that's wild, man. Like, I'm sure that would have been so crazy to see. Like, just like so. Like, did you like? How did you? I don't know much about adoption. Like, I mean, I'm sure they didn't just walk you in a room and you're like, oh yeah, that one. I'm sure it wasn't like that. But like, how did you go about? What's the process of like picking a child in Ukraine? Like, what's that? What's that look like? That seems crazy.
They brought them one by one into the room.
They fucking paraded them in, and you're like, nah, next. Yeah. Holy shit!
Well,
wild.
Open the door. Ian walks in, and they shut the door, and he puts his back against the door, and he's not. All the other kids just want attention. They didn't want loved on. Ian didn't. He was scared, and he backed up. So I took out some blocks, and we started playing. My wife was talking to everybody, and I'm just down on the floor playing blocks with them.
You knew right then that's the one, huh?
Yeah, I knew right away. So we got him back to Ohio. When I got off the plane in Detroit, I kissed the ground.
That's saying something because it's fucking Detroit, homie. Like I'm not kissing the ground in Detroit. I'm sorry. Listen, though, I'm sure you felt at home though, because like if you're just in Kiev that long, I'm sure the roads in Detroit are very similar. Like
the roads in Detroit are pretty bad too.
They're fucking shitty, dude. They're bad. Shout out Detroit roads, Jesus. Anyway,
but we found out that Ian had Asperger's syndrome, which is a high functioning autism.
Right. It's like where they don't catch social clues and shit, right?
Right. So he got really detail oriented work. He really loves detail oriented stuff. So all kinds of Lego things we'd buy him, and he'd have it put together in like an hour. Never bought him the Millennium Falcon, but he was amazing with it.
So listen, have you ever been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee?
Yes, I have.
Have you been to the Titanic Museum?
Yes, I have.
So I don't know if you went, they at the end now they have a giant like 11,000 piece like Lego built of the Titanic, and some 9-year-old autistic kid built it. It's the most amazing thing, dude. They have videos of him doing it. I was just like, oh my god, dude! Like it's literally like 10 feet long. It's 11,000 Lego pieces. Looks just like the Titanic. It's amazing, dude. I anybody who's never been down there and seen the Titanic Museum, it's the funnest time. Like they give you like who you are on the Titanic, and you can follow their whole journey through and shit. That's super fun. And then like I was one of the people who survived when I went. I was like, yes.
I saw it one time in Cleveland, and I saw it one time in Memphis before they moved it to a permanent spot at Gatlinburg.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The big piece at the end, not the Lego thing. I didn't get to see that, but the big piece, did you see that?
Yeah.
It's like 20 feet up.
Yep.
I have to keep water running on it so it doesn't decay.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, dude. Like, you know, it's I don't know if they had it there when you were there. There's like a simulation where you can like, it'll tell you like, it'll point you towards the iceberg, like the way they were going. And it'll be like, you have 25 seconds to spin the wheel out of the way. I'm like, dude, I was spinning that wheel almost fucking came off. There's no way, bro. There's no fucking way they were getting out of that side of that big ass iceberg. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
it's a wild place, but yeah, that's very cool. Like, so he built a bunch of. Does he like video games and shit? Is it like stuff like that, or is it like very just like?
Oh yeah.
Loves video games.
He he divorced his mom, and she moved into the same apartment complex as us. So
okay, so you guys
either he could come to my house, or he could come to her house after he got off the school bus.
Very, very easily,
yeah. And then it had been like 3 days since he'd been at my house. This is in the second grade, so he's 7. comes running in the door. He goes, I got to get something off the computer, Dad. He runs upstairs. Comes running back down the steps. I went, stop. What did you have to get? Hard drive, Dad. I got to go. Took the hard drive out of his computer and put it in his mom's computer.
So he could play games?
Yeah, so he could play games.
What a kid. Fuck, he sounds like a fucking awesome kid. How old is he now?
He is 26, and he is an airplane mechanic at the Dayton International Airport.
Holy shit, dude. Shout out Ian. Holy fucking hell. Yep. Good for him, man. Like, you're fucking... Damn, dude, you really... I'm nominating you for Dad of the Century. Holy shit, man. Like, that's... Like, and so, like, he speaks English very well now and stuff or whatever, I'm sure, or what, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I mean, how old was he when you...
2.5.
So okay, okay, so he learned English like as a first language then.
Yes.
Damn, 2.5, man. I pictured him like 7. Like in my mind, I was like, they were trading fucking toddlers in for you to pick from.
Yes.
Holy shit, Ukraine is fucking out of control. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard, man.
It was wild.
Right. So like you divorced his mom. Right. So now that's the second wife. Right. What happens after that? Where you go from there? Because I mean, you obviously have that's in Columbus, right? You live in Columbus at that point. I
stayed in Columbus. I stayed single, and I just went to work. I started working 2 jobs. I worked at Tartan Fields Golf and Country Club. I was a bartender there.
Oh, nice. That's a nice place.
That's where Greg Oden is a member.
Yeah, the basketball play. Yeah, just a nice fucking place, man. Like, I mean, I've never played golf there, but I've seen it. Like, so
it is beautiful. But did that. I was dating a girl. That went south, and then my cousin came up from Kentucky for a funeral, and I went to the funeral with him. And he said, if you ever need anything, let me know. 2 weeks later, I called him. I said, I need a place to stay. He said, come on down. So that's what got me to Kentucky.
Where'd you move to in Kentucky?
Somerset. It's right on Lake Cumberland.
Okay, so it's South Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. I'm 40 miles north of the Tennessee border.
Listen, we used to go down to the Cumberland Lake all the time, though. Me and my aunt and shit, or we were like fucking... Funny story about that. I'll tell you off air sometime. It's fucking wild.
Okay. Like, you probably went right by this place where I'm living.
But yeah, dude, we went to Lake Cumberland, and I was like 10 when this happened, but like we were followed by the ATF. Long fucking story, but like they also told my aunt afterwards, like, yeah, my aunt told him. They told my aunt afterwards, like, you're the most boring fucking human being on the planet. I'm like, oh, somebody got fired over that. But anyway, I digress. So you moved down there, and that's where you've been since, right?
That's where I've been since, right? Now
so you move down there and you meet your third wife, right? When fucking lucky number 3.
Correct.
Is you still with her? Are we fucking? Are
I'm
we
still with her? But we're not. I'm with her, but we're not married.
Okay, so she's just like common law wife.
Correct.
Listen, if you guys ever want to get married again, I do officiate weddings. I can hook you up.
I don't ever see that happening again.
No, listen, I'm 0 for 3 on the marriage thing, so I'm not trying to push it at all on anybody.
Yeah, we did marry, and we divorced 3 years later.
Oh, but
so I had 10 years the first time, 10 years the second time, 3 years the third time, and then we got back together. Yeah.
After how long?
2 years.
Okay. And you guys have been together. When was that? When did you guys get back together?
22.
Okay, so like, and you guys are you're rocking it out now, right? You're good.
Right. Oh. She's got 2 children.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, like, you've got a family now and stuff, or whatever. How's it feel to have a family again? Like, are they old? Are they grown?
One's 21 and one is 16.
Oh, okay. So you're getting how's it feel to have a teenager in your late 50s?
I don't know. She's a girl. She's a girl, and I just don't know how to do that. I had 3 boys before that.
Listen,
I don't know how to do a girl.
I've had to tell my daughter, like, when she was younger, she's 12 or 13, I was like, she would always like say things, and I'm like, Lena, listen, check it out. I love you, but like, she has a brother that's 2 years older as my son. Like literally, I'm like, I was a 13-year-old boy. I've never been an 11-year-old girl. You got to help me out here. Like, I don't know what to do in these situations. Like, I identify with him because I know what he's thinking and feeling because he's just like me. You're just like me too, but I've never been a girl, so you're gonna have to throw me a bone. Like,
but my wife was the one who got into the ancestry.com, and I sent a swab away, and that's how I found out about my dad.
dude, that's crazy. That's so like, is this just your wife now? Is or your whatever your common law? Your wife? We'll call your wife. She you just somebody you met down there? Like, did you know? Like, is there? I'm sure there's some kind of crazy connection with her too, or just random meet.
We were working for a company that cared for adults with disabilities.
Okay,
and she would work the day shift. She would work the day shift, and I would come in at the night shift. And so she would give me this is what happened today, you know,
Yeah, she give you a report. Yeah, okay.
And so we started dating.
Damn, man. That's cool though. Like that's fucking. That's really cool. And so like you've stayed down there now, and like I know you've come up here every now and then. Like, so you just stayed an Ohio State fan too. Like we'll circle back to that. Like, just like when did football strike you? Was it the first game you went to, or like when did you fall in love with football?
When I first started watching it on TV, I was 7 years old, and I loved it. I loved watching it. I loved how
like classic Ohio State teams, like the '68 team, just Archie Griffin running over people's face.
Well, 72, yeah, 72, 73, 74. I saw Archie Griffin running. Yep.
Dude, I couldn't imagine, man. Like, I mean, I remember stuff in the 90s and like, you know, like I went and saw like Stanley Jackson and fucking Joe Germain and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and watching all those guys like Kurt Herbstreit and like all those dudes in the 90s, just like, man, like, like you think back to the stuff I've seen, just the stuff I've seen in sports where like I got to watch Michael Jordan play and shit like that. Like, people don't realize like how, like, watching that shit now, like, I mean, like people are like, oh, I saw LeBron play. Like, oh, dude, like I saw Michael fucking Jordan win fucking 6 championships. It was wild. Like,
I got to see Michael Jordan put 63 on Cleveland one night.
In person?
In person.
Oh shit, that's better than me. I watched it on TV, but like, damn, that would have been fucking. Was that the first play? Was that the first playoff thing when he fucking the?
It wasn't playoffs. It was not the playoffs yet. It was still early in the season.
Okay, so it wasn't the Craig. You know what I'm talking
Craig
about?
Elo game?
The Craig Elo thing. Dude, that's like an iconic fucking Michael Jordan moment. I was like, if you were at that fucking game, I'll shit my pants, dude.
Nope. It was early in the season. And like I said, it went back and forth for like, I don't know, 25, 30 seconds and nobody scoring. Then somebody got a rebound and chucked it down the court. And that's when Michael caught it and slammed it. And that's when he started getting points. 3, slam. Shot, slam, 3.
So was he that, like watching him on TV? Was it like that? Was it even more amazing in person? Like, was he that just like that great in person?
It was because it was different because I mean you can see everything from where I sat, so it wasn't just the one half court, then we go back to the other half court, and then we go back to the other half court. I could see the whole thing happening and. I mean, he was simply amazing. I mean,
yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Live sporting events are like wild. Like, just because we all watch a lot of stuff on TV, but like I went and saw a couple like Cavs. We used to have season tickets to the Cavs like before LeBron came, or like the first couple seasons. They went up so wildly when LeBron came. So it was like right before LeBron came. But it was like Cavs are okay, but like I went and saw when Vince Carter played one time, and I saw Vince Carter dunk on somebody, and I was like, Jesus, Lord in heaven. Like he was at the 3-point line, and that man took 2 steps from the 3-point line, spun around somebody, and dunked on somebody so hard that I was like, that man should quit basketball. Holy fuck! Like it was crazy seeing live. Like even going to
go home hurt.
Huh?
He had to go home hurt. I bet
for sure. Like one of those poster dunks. You're like, that's gonna be on a fucking poster somewhere for somebody's. Like it was, but just to see that shit live and like the sounds, and you're just like, oh, dude, TV does a good job, but it does not this. Like even just going to Ohio State spring games, like I have video from where I went to some Ohio State spring games, like when Tate Martell was there, and I just happened to like film a play where Tate Martell took off and he had like an 80-yard run, and I have the video of it, and it just looks so crazy. But I remember being there and just being like, I was in like the fourth row. I was like, this is bananas, dude. Like, I can't believe this is happening. Like,
Do you remember Chico Nelson? He was a
I don't.
safety. I went to a spring game, and they were still playing hard football then.
Yeah.
Him lay Ricky Dudley out.
Oh, dude. And hey, Ricky Dudley is a big dude, bro. People don't realize Ricky Dudley was a power forward for the Ohio State basketball team. He was like 6'8", 240 pounds, dude. He was a solid ass dude. Like, he was bigger than linebackers.
Yeah,
and shit,
Chico Nelson didn't weigh more than 200.
Damn. That's crazy. That's way back in the day, dude. Ricky Dudley. I haven't heard that name in a while. He was a good tight end, though, man. He was a good basketball player, too. He was a good basketball player.
He went to the Raiders.
It's crazy.
My Raiders turned into a bad tight end. A Raiders fan was Jack after Ohio State.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up on me.
Fan of. Can you hear me now? Can you?
Kind of back
Hello?
now. Hold on. Yep, there we go. You're back now, I think.
Okay. Yeah, he went to the Oakland Raiders, and the Raiders turned him into a bad tight end. I've been a Raiders fan since they drafted Jack Tatum out of Ohio State.
Listen, secretly, so I was raised a Steelers fan, but secretly, like in the 80s and late 80s and early 90s, like I had a bunch of Raiders gear. Because I mean, like, dude, the Raiders were cool back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? That late 80s, early 90s, the Raiders were kind of fucking cool. And so, like, I had a bunch of Raiders gear, and then, like, I obviously, like, just, like, fell in love with the Steelers because my dad loved the Steelers and, like, you know, loved Ohio State football. And so, like, it just, you know, like, I had a few moments, though. Like, I had one year where I really loved Florida State, like, when Bobby Bowden was there, like, the program year, you know what I'm saying, where the kids were laying in the middle of the road and shit. I'm like, these people are crazy. I got to watch these guys. And, you know, they won the national championship, and then they had the wide right. But then, yeah, I always circle back to Ohio State, and it's like, that was right. Like, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years later, I went to my first Ohio State game, and I was like, dude, I'll never watch anything else again. This is fucking, it's when I fell in love with college football, like, in general. Because, like, I kind of liked NFL before, but, like, falling in love with college football, like, I mean, how do you feel about the NFL? Like, because I know some people, I like the
NFL. I like the NFL. I love college football.
Right. Like, I follow college
football anyway.
There's just something about, like, college football games. I think, like, when you watch them, there's something to me. It feels different than the NFL. Like, it just, like, the NFL feels like, yeah, it's very professional and very well put together. And there's, like, obviously people at the top of their craft, but, like, college football games, they're just, like, the energy at a college. It's like think about some of those, like, the night game during Tennessee this year. Like, the Horseshoe has never been like that in its existence, dude. That was bananas.
Wow. Yeah, I wish I had get to see that. I did get to see when my first wife was at Ohio State. I had to see Ohio State play LSU.
Oh, that'd been...
Bobby Olive gave me a touchdown right in front of me. We were in the student section. Nope, it was great. It was awesome.
That's super amazing, dude. Like, that's crazy. Like, I've only been to the one Ohio State game. I want to go back. Like, I've been to a bunch of spring games, but just getting into games is so hard sometimes, dude. Like, even like, dude, I used to live down on campus, like, it's Summit Chittenden, where they let the buses off and shit. And I just never, I was 6 blocks from the stadium and never fucking went to a game, dude. Like,
you mentioned Joe Germain and Stanley Jackson. I took my second wife to see them play Iowa. And it was 52-0 at halftime. They left.
I thought that was Wyoming. That's the game that I was at.
52-0?
Yeah.
Don't tell me we were at the same game.
I swear to God, it's the only game I've been to. Just because there was the one shutout we had for like years.
We were at the same game.
I think that was Wyoming, though. Hold on.
Was that 96?
Hold on. Maybe not. I don't know. 97. 97 says we were 24-10. Hold on. Let me see. Who did Ohio State? Ohio State. versus Iowa. 96. We'll see. Maybe you are right. Maybe I was wrong. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, no, 96, Iowa was 38-26. Let's see. Who did Ohio State beat 52-0 in the 90s?
Well, I
1990s
don't
and
know if the
1990s.
final.
I thought it was 52-0. That's what like sticks in my head.
Well, we left at halftime, and because it was snowing,
Man,
and it ended up being 52 something.
The one I went to was a shutout.
I don't know if it was a shutout or not. I don't know if they scored at the end or not.
Hold on, we're gonna Google this out. Hold on. Because I was in high school when I went. You don't have to ask my uncle. My uncle's the one who took me. But the only person that said it wasn't 1994, I don't think. It said, so, okay, it says Ohio State beat Houston in 1994, but I don't think that wasn't. When did Joe Germain and Stanley Jackson play?
I didn't get married to my second wife until 96.
Hold on. We're going to look up. This is what we're going to do. Stanley Jackson's record at Ohio State. Let's see. Show. Oh my God, I just saw the name Mike Tomczak. You remember Mike Tomczak?
I remember Mike Tomczak.
Yeah, like he dated one of my cousins when he played for Ohio State.
My second wife was she worked for a furniture company. For two football teams. So she met Mike Tomczak.
No shit.
The backup in Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he played. Yeah, like he went to the Bears and then he played for Pittsburgh. That's crazy. So look, okay, because Stanley Jackson, 1994, 95, 96, 97. Okay.
So it would have been 96 or 97.
Okay. Stanley Jackson scores and stats. 96. People in the show are like screaming at us right now, dude. Like, let's see. Or we can just look up Ohio State's record, I guess, in 96. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This would be crazy if we were at the same game. Like the only game I went to is fucking football season, 1996 football season, Ohio State Buckeyes. Here we go. So they played versus Rice, 70-7. Pittsburgh, 72-0 in Columbus. Maybe it was Pittsburgh. It might have been Pittsburgh. Pitt. It might have been Pitt because that was in Columbus. Yeah, I think it was Pitt, dude. 72-0 in Columbus, 9/21 of 96. They also beat Minnesota they beat Minnesota that year 45-0, and they beat Illinois. That was that fucking team was. Then they lost to Michigan that year. You fucking punks. That was the Arizona State year. That's when they beat Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
Jake Plummer.
I was at the Damon's. I watched the Damon's. They had it on satellite, so we went and ate dinner at Damon's and watched the game. When D. Stanley caught that, Demetrius Stanley caught that touchdown pass. Brent Musburger goes, "Mark my words, that's the last time Ohio State will score today."
Yeah, and we went down.
He said that off air.
Really? I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because then that game went crazy because like Arizona State came back and they scored, and like we had like a little bit of time left, and we went down and scored with like no time left, and went and won 20-17.
Yeah. So when he scored to go ahead, that's when Musburger, he'll never die.
Right? Damn. Yeah. That's, what is it? Oh, you broke up again.
Musburger fan.
Oh, yeah, I'm
not a Brent Musburger fan.
I'm not like who was the other dude that was with who did like the CBS calls? Jackson. Brent Jackson. I like Brent Jackson's calls. I think it was Brent Jackson. Yeah, he did the CBS call.
Jackson?
Maybe it was Brent Jackson? You know what I'm talking about? He was maybe he didn't do CBS, but like he was like they called him like the voice of college football for a while.
Yeah,
it's Brent Jackson. What is it?
Brent Musburger, Keith Jackson.
Keith Jackson. That's what it is. Brent Musburger, Keith Jackson. That's right. Okay. Yeah, you were breaking up there for a second, so.
Now, the only other story I got for you is how I got my head shaved. I have a friend that went through chemo.
Yeah.
And I shaved my head 20 years ago.
And you just never grew
keep
back?
it shaved.
Oh, I lost him. Well, kids, we lost him. We're getting a head shave story when he comes back. But this is a wild interview, man. Think about it. Think about them parading kids in front of you in fucking Kiev, Ukraine. Toddlers. Isn't that fucking bananas? Everybody think about that. Also, side note, I'm going to ask this question since we got some time. In the comments of this video, I need everybody to tell me what you call the thing you put grocery things in at the store. It's like metal, it's got wheels on it. What do you call it? Because I call it a cart, but I have a friend from fucking Georgia, and she calls it a fucking buggy, and we've been arguing all fucking day, and I was like, bro, listen. And she's like, well, that's where it comes from. Listen, 90% of the country calls it a fucking cart. Like in Britain, they call it a trolley, but that's the only other acceptable thing. The rest of the world calls it a cart. That's my view on it. I want to hear it in the comments. You tell me cart or buggy, and like, obviously, if you say fucking buggy, you're from the South. Whatever. All right, he's back. Lunatic's back. Maybe.
I'm back.
There we go. I was dropping a question for the comments. I'll ask you, fucking, what do you call, like when you go to the grocery store and you get the thing you push around and you put groceries in it? What do you call it?
Buggy.
Oh my fucking God. You live in Kentucky, so you call it, you're south of the Mason-Dixon line. I have a friend from Macon, Georgia, and she calls it a buggy, and we've been arguing all day. I'm like, it's a fucking cart, dude.
It's a shopping buggy.
It's not. It's a shopping cart.
From West Virginia. That's where I learned it, from West Virginia. So,
well, apparently I looked it up. It's like it started at Piggly Wiggly, and that's the first thing they called it because Piggly Wiggly started in the South. And so below the Mason-Dixon line, that's what people call it. And I keep telling them, like, listen, you guys lost the war. Fucking drop it. Okay. Yeah. We're calling it carts now. Like, I told her, but like, I looked it up everywhere else. Like, Britain, they call it trolleys, but like,
Britain?
In the UK they call them trolleys, but that like in the South they call them buggies, but the rest of the world calls them carts. They call them shopping carts.
Okay, I'll call it a shopping cart.
Okay.
Well, I'll do that until tomorrow.
Till you go to the store and you're like, give me the buggy. Like, son of a bitch. Well, damn, you have connection issues. Okay, so you shaved your head. Oh, we lost them again. Holy shit. We might have to call this one, kids. But yeah, for sure. In the comments, drop it. Fucking buggy or cart. If you put buggy, fucking we're not friends. That's all I'm saying. Also, next Wednesday, live show. Motherfucking top 10 conspiracy theories and top 5 something else. We picked something else. I don't know what it is right now. But that'll be up here shortly. And tomorrow, probably Sunday, when you probably see this Saturday, So on Sunday, though, I'll be dropping a show with TG, who was on the Buckeye Boys, and she is now on the OHIO podcast. Her and the other co-host, Sean Schrock, they fucking are doing great. They're starting their whole thing. So I'm going to interview her because, like, I mean, she's 23 and she lives in Chicago, and she's a small black chick that's into Ohio State football. It's very odd. And so, like, I'm super into it. I want to hear her story. It's going to be great. We keep losing Lunatic. I keep popping in and out. But yeah, so that's what's coming up. Also, like, I'll take this time then now to show the fucking Care Bears thing again. Here we go. Fucking Care Bears shorts. These are available. I believe they're going to be $40. So if you have orders, they're going to have that. I have the Cursed Day on the back. And that's the full design. That's on the leg there in the front. And I'll play this little ad so you can check it out. It's got the email address and everything. And then we'll wait for Lunatic to come back, and if not, we'll win the show. All right, so there's that. Fucking, we get the ad that's on TikTok. You can follow us on TikTok. Get Cursed Stay Dead podcast, and then on Instagram, Cursed Designs LLC. Lunatic, we're back, baby.
Can you hear me now?
You're a little breaking up a little bit, but I think we got you back. Oh, all right. Can we hear you?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. You're clear now. I think you're good. You're in a good spot in the tattoo shop. Let's stay there.
You disappeared. There you are.
Oh, okay. Are we back? All right. Well,
we're back.
Okay. Let's finish up the head shave story. We'll wrap her up here. I think it seems to be having some trouble.
I do. I'm sorry. So no, you're fine, man. My friend, he had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Okay.
And he went into chemo, and finally he decided to shave his head. So we both shaved our head the same day. He's in remission. He's married. He's got a kid. He's got hair, but I don't like hair anymore, so I keep my head shaved.
Okay, so it's not like you shave. Sometimes people shave it and it fucking doesn't grow back, and they're like, shit. But no, listen, I couldn't. If I saw you with hair now, I think it would be fucking weird.
But now I had hair to my shoulders before I shaved it too.
Really? I can't picture you with like just long hippie hair. That's crazy.
I'll forward you a picture later.
Yeah, we'll put them. We'll bring. I'm gonna make everybody fucking forward me like their most embarrassing picture. I'm gonna put it on the fucking show on Wednesday. But I was just telling all these guys we got the show. Hey, what was the other thing we agreed upon? We agreed upon top 10 conspiracies and top 5 what? I can't remember.
Horror villains, slasher
that's
villains.
Right. Horror movie slashers, because nobody wanted to do serial killers. Because I guess I'm a fucking freak. So we're gonna do a top 10 conspiracy theories. Top 10 horror movie slashers.
I got 10 of both.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be interesting though, because like maybe I don't know, Sean might not be game, but like we might do 10 on that one just because like there's a lot of ones, and I think there's a lot of interesting ones that I think I'm gonna go a little left of center because I think there's some really interesting ones that if you think about like are fucking weird. So
I've got some weird ones.
All right, we'll go 10 on that one. So we're gonna do 10 and 10 on top 10 conspiracy theories, top 10 horror movie slashers. Fucking show up Wednesday. Dude, thank you for like all the. I'm sure you have more stories. I just wanted to hit the fucking big one, like when you popped away. I was like, dude, I just want everybody to stop and think about them parading toddlers in front of you, and you're in fucking Kiev, Ukraine. Fucking let that set in. Like, that's bananas. So, but it's good having you, man. I love having you as one of the co-hosts, bro. I think you're really interesting too. We'll circle back, and we'll do like another one. We'll do a part 2 sometime. We can get you a better signal or something. But like we've gone an hour, so it's been pretty good. So yeah, man, thank you so much. Thank you for being on the show. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. I think you're a wildly interesting dude. And I guess we'll unless you have anything else to throw out. No,
right. We can get to more later. Right. I'm sure I'll tell a story somewhere, and you'll go, I need to know that one too.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely do a part 2. For there's more fucking stories to come, so look out for that. There's always stories from him on the fucking show. He's like the most well prepared fucking co-host ever. It makes me look fucking. I'm like typing out my list as we're talking. Fuck, he's got 37 things. I'm like, oh shit, I look so fucking unprepared. But either way, it's good. Like Sean's mildly prepared. I'm unprepared. You're overly prepared. It works out. It balances out, I think, in the end. So we're gonna have Buckeye Blitz on this.
I love doing the show.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yes,
man? It's a lot of fun. We have that's what like Kirsten when we were done this time. As soon as we got done, she texted me. She's like, "Dude, that was so much fucking fun." I'm like, "I told you, dude. It's way different being in the chat and being on the fucking show. It is a lot of fun, man. Like why we do what we do, and so I love having everybody there. And I can't wait. I told everybody I'm going to interview TG tomorrow. I think she's wildly interesting too. So like, I have an interesting group of fucking internet friends with you guys. I fucking love all of you guys. And so like everybody look out for Lunatic Fringe. She's in all the Ohio State chats, being a psychopath. You know what I'm saying? Like with the best name in the business too. Like fucking somebody said Lunatic Fringe and he went and grabbed it. And I was like, damn, that's good shit, bro. I like it. What? Representing the crazies over here. So, all right, man. Well, as we always end the show, you know, if somebody yells out OH, you out IO, and just fucking be nice to people, man. Go listen to metal music, talk to interesting fucking people, be good to people, man. Better your life. And with that, one more time, we'll go OH.
IO.
All right, baby. We're out.